Hi folks, it's July 26th. It's, what time of day is it? About 12 o'clock. And I'm just taking a little snap of my kids, and maybe I'll take a gander outside too. Here's my little old Maggie. Hi Maggie. She's the queen of the castle, so to speak. She likes to get up in the cushions up there and look out the window. I go charging up and down the ladder. That's their little house I built for them. Maggie likes to get behind the one section here. And she likes to get into there. Right, Maggie? Is that your little house? Huh? And I've got the whole scratching post there. You can see just how much they've actually gouged out. Blackie likes to get under the bottom there. He goes up top too, but when he's not there, he's down the bottom or in with the other cushions. And this is one of my upstairs bedrooms, which I basically get everything I need. I got the old air fryer and kettle and toaster and microwave, fridge, my cups and saucers in there, a little bit of food. And I like to get up on that area there and look out the window as the breeze is coming in when I open up the skylight later. And this room up here has pretty well everything I need. I even got my own soaker tub, my bathroom. Hi, Blackie. You want to go out, old boy? He was telling me a little while ago he wants to go out. So, this is their domain in the wintertime. And they're up here all the time in the winter. This is their area to charge around in. I get everything up here that I need. Computer, big TV, stereo system, and my workbench here for laying out new projects. I've always got something on the go. This is a partial drawing that I've been working on. Oh, that's an old one. I've done that one before. Yeah, here's one that I've been messing around with. Put that all together like so. Maybe that's on the other side. Let's see here. Yeah, that goes that way. So that's another project I can mess about with later. I'll put that drawing together. See what I can come up with. Okay, we'll take a quick gander downstairs. I'll put my shoes on here. Oh, I turned light off. Across the hallway here, there's another bedroom. I'm gonna take my time going down here. This is one of my other bedrooms, the master bedroom. And looking out the window here, looking down the road. Nice high ceilings. And as we go into the other little fireplace room, put the light on. There. I brought some stuff in from outside. I'll be putting seeds in there. I built this fireplace quite a few years ago. I put a bit of paneling in front because I don't really use the wood fireplace anymore up here. And on this wall here, a cabinet with a small assortment of puzzles. You know, motorbikes. And a Canadian flag in the corner there. Union Jack. Out of my bees that I've cut. Dear, pardon me. And this one goes out on my deck later. Glider chairs. Gliders. Up here we got a picture of the boys of the family with my dad, taken a number of years ago. That's when we all played soccer on various teams in the Preston area. And the old battleship, which my dad gave me many years ago. I brought that over from England as a young kid. I think my smoke detector is telling me I need to change the battery. Nice high ceilings. And going into one of my living rooms. I'll put the light on. It's a bit of a mess in here, but all my cards that I got from folks back home. Lovely couple right there. Lovely couple. And of course the scarf that my dear cousin Chrissy gave me when I was back home a couple of years ago. I got to clean up this room. It's become a catch-all area for a bit. As you can see looking down, there's one of my latest cuttings that I've got to put away. It took a ton of time to do that. And my other sitting room, I don't come in here that much. It's becoming like a stereo room. I don't want video in here, just strictly music. So when I have company, I can put the music on. The upper row there, there's an assortment of circus animals. They're Steiff, which are quite elaborate little cuttings, or little animals and so forth. And on the shelf here I got some medical books, encyclopedias. When I was a nurse, I used to refer to those quite a bit. And looking out my front window, lots of music, stereo system. Like I said, I don't use this room too much, but when I got company, it's mainly used then. Gone into the old kitchen. TV, of course my old, should say new air fryer, and I got two Instant Pot, which I use pretty well all the time now. And that's one of my latest cuts. And I just recently put together this small cutting board for a good friend of mine. It's a thin one, so it's almost ready to be delivered. I gotta make more of this type though. It takes quite a while to make those, so I think I'll mess around with some wood in the next little while. When the weather's bad, I'll go down to my shop and prepare some wood. In fact, I'll take you down there. I was busy down there last night digging out all kinds of wood from my stock and laying them on my table saw, which I plan on cutting, and I'll make some custom boards as someone asks for them. My old bathroom here, so when I come out of my workshop all dusty, or I come out to the garden, I can have a nice shower there. Go into the workshop. Oh yeah, here's another one that I'm putting together. It's a very thin one. It's clamped together. And my big old sander that I just recently purchased the other month. My jointer. A couple more sanders back there, and the router. My heavy duty planer. And I'm preparing my equipment for outdoors, which I'll be taking these two routers out into the driveway come summertime to carve up some more signs. I use this old sander quite a bit, and this old big brute here, that's quite the machine. I've got another big plaque here ready to go. I gotta figure out what design I want to put on there, and I'll cut something nice. As I said, I've been messing around with some of my stock wood and laying it out for different sizes. There's a big old chunk of cherry wood. I'm laying it out in sections so that I can make some cutting boards for that size. So this is how I start. Mess about with stuff, get the length I want. That could probably go there, and I'll just slice that up for the thickness I want and the width I want. As you can see, my storage of wood back in there is really going down, but I have a fair amount of wood there and a fair amount of wood over there I can play with, and all kinds of stuff in there, bits and pieces. And this here is bits and pieces of stuff that I've cut, and I'll sort that out, and then maybe I'll make some cutting boards. But there's no rush for that. My old trusty scroll saw. I always wear the mask and the head protection, and always use the saw with the with the magnifying glass. And when I do my projects, I use a timer. So when I'm working, I'll work for an hour, then I'll stop it and then restart it. So it gives me an idea of how long it takes me to do a project. I don't believe in rushing anything. I always say if you rush, you're cutting corners, and it's nowhere near as nice as it should be. A few of my clamps I use, my big old pipe clamps back in there, my second Hegner saw, and of course my drill press, which I use extensively for cutting all the holes in the projects. There's lots of wood that I can use up there that for various projects. Another pile up there, and my bandsaw, the mini lathe, so I'll get you an idea what I do down here. Shut the light off. Okay, so I'll take a gander outside. It's not bad actually. It's cool breeze, but could be worse. I brought this in the other week. I put some seeds in it, but I made a mistake that I left it out when it was snowing. So goodness knows what if the seeds are actually going to take, or whether they've just got too much coldness and they just might rot away. Okay, we'll take a gander out here on my deck. This is my cat's domain. I've just recently taken down the one flagpole because the mechanism on the top it had worn and snapped off, so I got to get a new little mechanism for that. Actually, I did buy one, but it was too small. My kids, when they come in here, they have their own private domain, and as it gets warmer, I'll be putting blankets and so forth on the deck, because the deck gets pretty warm for their little feet to walk over. But they have 2 swings and a glider in a little house. I'm hoping this year, if this virus thing settles down, I can get my friends over for a cup of tea and a barbecue. I've been out here a couple of times. I bring the cushions out, stretch out here, and I have unplugged all the elements inside there of the cat house, because he doesn't need the heat in there anymore. That sign I cut must be 20 years ago. It's been outside all this time. Rather weather beaten, but when you put stuff outside you don't expect it to last long. But I'm quite fortunate in that was cedar. My old other little cat house for another stray. And down the bottom of the yard, I've got thousands and thousands of tulips that are just starting to open up. There's some that's open up there that's in the sun, but there's tons and tons of them there that their heads haven't been opened up yet. And of course the old walnut tree with the cat houses on them. And that's my upstairs room where I